welcome. And so this is the first meetup for Songtan Entrepreneurs, and just we're gonna do a quick introduction, and we're gonna go around the room. So just be you. So my name is Jason. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I am stationed here in South Korea. I've been stationed here since 2013. I was actually down in Gunsan for 3 years. Then in 2016, I moved up here to Osan, and now I'm going on 3 years here. And I just did another, another extension. So I'll be here right now to 2022. So I'm here in South Korea for a long time. But other than military service during the daytime, in my free time, I have my own business called Kimchi Socks, and I'm also married, and we have a 2-year-old daughter. Her name is Jamie, and my wife is Sujin. So Songtan Entrepreneurs. So I came up with this meetup because since 2013, being here in Korea, I used to spend a lot of time in Seoul going to meetups and actually hosting meetups as well, and helping co-host meetups. And one of the biggest things that I realized is that a lot of those meetups about entrepreneurship and whatnot, there's a lot of information that's shared. A lot of people go to those meetups and they share their experiences, and everyone learns from each other. But the one biggest thing that I realized that wasn't happening outside of Seoul was similar meetups. Like for example, here in the Songtan area, I see a lot of language exchange meetups. I see a lot of like outdoors and stuff, but I don't see the entrepreneurship community coming together in Songtan and sharing information back and forth, because it's very beneficial to be in a group of like-minded people, or people that can help you in the future with your entrepreneurship journey, because you may not know anything. So that was the catalyst of me starting this meetup group, is so people in this region of South Korea can have their own little meetup entrepreneurship community as well. So my mission is to create an entrepreneur club in Songtan. We meet up. Right now, the next one is 2 weeks from now, but it's not going to just be me talking, and when it's going to be a combination of kind of like a lecture, group discussion, and hands-on. And before each meetup, I'm going to like send out kind of like, not like homework, but send out like some stuff for you to read beforehand, so when you come to the meetup, you know what to expect, you know what we're going to do, and so it helps things run a lot more efficiently and more smoothly, and everyone, we won't waste people's time. So, like I mentioned earlier, why I started this. So some of the problems that I noticed is, people don't know how to generate extra income, don't know how to start a business, don't have a support group to help you with your business, excuse me, I'll fix it later. But they think they need a lot of money to start a business. So those are some of the problems that I hear a lot whenever people like message me, want to meet up, and this is their issues they have. They don't know how to earn extra income. They don't know how to start a business. There's no one they can really reach out to for help. And if they do, they want to charge a lot of money for the help. And a lot of people at times don't even have money to start a business. And some people think you need a lot of money. You don't. You can start a business with $50 or $100 if you know what you're doing. So like the solution is surround yourself with like-minded people, escape your comfort zone, be engaged in this meetup group and group projects. So what I mean by surround yourself with like-minded people, like coming to these meetups, like I said, I'm an entrepreneur, some other people in this group might be entrepreneurs, some people might not be entrepreneurs, but if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, being around other entrepreneurs will help you get into that headspace so you can start thinking more like entrepreneurs, and then entrepreneurs, we can help you out as well, and then we can probably learn from you too. So it's a give and take relationship. Escape your comfort zone. So the fact that some of you like yourself came 3 stations away, some people, when I talk to them and I tell them, hey, I live in like Songtan, but they reach out to me because they need help with their business idea, and then first thing when I tell them I live in Songtan, oh, that's too far. To be honest with you, when I lived in Gunsan, I used to go 3 hours one direction to Seoul just to go meet one person, and in the same day travel 3 hours back. And when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes you're gonna have to go outside your comfort zone. So if Seoul is your comfort zone and you can't leave Seoul, but you're trying to get into business, you're gonna be in a sticky situation where if you can't find no business in Seoul, but there's business outside of Seoul, but you can't leave your comfort zone, you're shooting yourself in the foot. That's just one example right there. So in entrepreneurship, getting outside your comfort zone has to be a consistent daily thing you have to be willing to do in order to keep growing and learning. Because there's gonna be times where you're like, shoot, I need in order for me to grow, I gotta do something different, something I don't like, something I don't know. So escaping your comfort zone must become a habit and a skill set for you in entrepreneurship. Being engaged in this meetup. Now what I mean by being engaged, yeah, we have the meetup group, but ideally as this thing grows, I would like for us to have like a cacao group or some other tools so we can always like share information, share resources, share tips. Because one of the biggest issues I know here in Korea that was brought to my attention by even Koreans and even some other people is Korea is a very hard place to get access to information because everyone here kind of keeps things to themselves because they're afraid of someone stealing an idea or whatever. In other countries like America, you can Google almost everything you need to know, and information is freely out there. And so that's one of the so that's why it's important that we all are engaged. And if we have information, if we have knowledge, we should be willing to share it with each other so we can all grow with each other. And group projects. So when I mean by group projects might be, okay, we're gonna spend a couple of meetups with creating like a fake business together. So we'll come up with that, we'll do brainstorming, okay, what kind of ideas, what's the area, what's the market, and that right there will help us practice as well, with help from other people, the process and the thinking it requires. And if we think about it, we could probably create like an actual small little mock business if we want to, but it's essentially the group projects is for us to practice. So we have the lecture, the open discussion, and the group project helps tie all that in together. So the team. So right now it's just me, team president. But I want to treat this like, so on base we have something called private orgs. So military people we had and we join private orgs for a reason. So for example, in your job, your day-to-day job, you might not have the opportunity to lead someone because of your position in your company. But because on base we have private organizations like professional development organizations, those type of private organizations give you the opportunity to actually get a chance to lead somebody, or get the chance to lead a committee, or get the chance to coordinate an event, volunteer-wise, or raise money for your club, which in the same time you're developing new skill sets that you probably wouldn't be able to get from your day-to-day job. So when you go back to your day job, you have another set of skills and experiences that you wouldn't have got from your job, but you can apply that to your job, which then could essentially give you a little bit more of a leg up on your peers. Because your peers don't have that. Your peers not out there joining clubs, developing skills. Your peers only just worried about what the job gives them, and the job can give you what they need, not what you want. So you have to go out there and get what you need and want in order so you can perform better overall in life. So I want to treat this like a club, essentially, like I said in the beginning, where we have a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and we all take turns. We all have, we work together, essentially. So like saying, there might be somebody who show up who have never led anybody. This is their opportunity to, we might come with a committee, hey, here's your chance to lead something. Now the beautiful thing about being in a club, being on a team is, there might be other people who have led people. Then they can teach you, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to consider. So, like my mama said, practice on somebody else's bicycle. So, I think that's a good way to go about practice on somebody else's bicycle so you can develop some skills while at the same time you're volunteering and you're contributing to a team activity. So, this is like the milestones that ideally that I'm looking for this group to accomplish. So today was the first day. I was half asleep, sorry. I finished at 2 in the morning. So today was the pitch day, what I'm doing right now. And then the next one, we're gonna go with bootstrapping, the entrepreneur struggle. And that's going to talk about some of the ups and downs that entrepreneurs deal with: depression, weight gain, relationship issues, lack of money, use up all their money, having a hard time growing a business. So we're going to go over stuff like that, and we're going to talk about ways to counter those struggles. And the next December 15th, leadership. Entrepreneurs bring people together. Like I said, me being in the military, leadership is a very important thing. Not only being leader is an important thing, being a follower too. And one thing that leaders tend to forget is there's times when you as a leader have to be a follower, whereas you have to know someone who is on your team is better suited at running the tasks that you need done. So you put them in charge and you step back and you support them. So as I said, leaders are entrepreneurs, bring people together. So that's why I named it that way. But we're gonna go more into it on that day. We're gonna talk about different things like the different levels of leadership and how you can improve your leadership skills and whatnot. And then January 12th, plan our first project, our group project, and then January 26th, start our first group project. Now I know there's like 2 weeks in between, but ideally we can still communicate, work, and it's not no mandatory thing. So let me be clear. You can put in whatever you want to put into it, but the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So this is just me trying to make this more of a interactive type of thing versus you just come, sit, talk, drink coffee like you're doing, but actually get engaged. So when you go back to work during the week, you can probably take back what you learned on the weekend and apply it to work or apply it to your own business. So more to come on these milestones. So in order for this meetup, this entrepreneurship club to work, it's going to be 3 steps: commitment, persistence, self-discipline. We're going to need people committed to being part of this group trying to build. We're going to need, and I'm not saying like join the gang or anything like that, but I'm saying like, just if you see there's something, if you're gonna say you're gonna show, if you say you're gonna do something, just honor that commitment, because when you say you're gonna do something, other people on the team is gonna now be relying on you to do that. And in entrepreneurship, that's a big thing. If you can't maintain your commitments or respectfully let people know you can't maintain your commitment, you're gonna lose out on a lot of business in your entrepreneurship journey. Persistence. So this one is more, yes, it's going to deal with the group, but it also should also deal with yourself. There's going to be times where it's going to be hard. Entrepreneurship is hard. And there's going to be moments like you have a full-time job like you and me where you had to work a long day, but yet you still need to go work on your business. You have to have that persistence. You got to have that drive to keep on going. So same with this group. If you committed to a group project, but you're tired or whatnot, we're gonna need you to still be persistent in helping, doing your part that you committed to, like step 1. So they intertwine with each other. So then step 3, self-discipline. We're adults, and as an entrepreneur, you have to be self-disciplined. As an employee, you don't really have to be too much self-discipline because you got a supervisor, you got a boss, and they tell you if you don't do your job, we fire you. So they kind of keep you motivated. They kind of help discipline you when they see you not being productive. But in entrepreneurship, you have to be self-disciplined. You have to be the one 100% responsible for what you do, what you say, and what you commit to, because everything is now on your shoulder as an entrepreneur. So the 3 steps that I put up here are the same 3 steps that you need to have in your own business, in your own, anything you want to do on your entrepreneurship journey. So then once again, that ties it into us kind of like doing these things while at the same time take it from the club and then use it for your own business. So that's the idea I have with incorporating these particular 3 steps into it. So final words, and that's like a little, like not a meme, but yeah, I guess a meme you can read. I didn't want this to be like a long presentation. I kept it short, sweet, to the point. So I was gonna have an open discussion as it is. But this meetup group is something that I wanted to create because, for example, like I've been in Korea going on 6 years, and some of the biggest things I noticed in Korea is that there's a scarcity mindset in particular, whereas people are afraid to share information. They're afraid to tell people, hey, this is what I did to start a business, because they are afraid that they might lose business. And that is a wrong trait to have in starting a business and being an entrepreneur, because if you have a scarcity mindset, you're hindering yourself in so many different ways. And two, South Korea has a lot of potential, not just in Seoul. For example, here in Songtan in particular, there's like a bunch of different opportunities. There's Korean entrepreneurs, there's Thai entrepreneurs, there's Filipino entrepreneurs, there's African entrepreneurs, there's American entrepreneurs, there's Russian, Turkish. Like this area right here is like the next is like Itaewon Part 2, because current Itaewon, is going away because the base up there is closing down. A lot of the people that was there before, a lot of the international community, they're gonna probably start to shrink down because the price is gonna get too expensive. So Songtan is like the next, the second chance for a lot of people who want to come to Korea or who live in Korea, because like rent here for a commercial space is a lot cheaper and affordable. You have a huge population of Americans on base who want to come off base and buy food, pay for services, products and whatnot. So look at this group, this club, as an opportunity for you to get some insight, learn something, or in particular, test out a business idea in this area or on some people. Because the plan is to have more people from diverse backgrounds show up in here, so you can get more and more experiences and knowledge from a well diverse group of people. So I'm hoping not just people from base, not just Koreans, but I'm hoping like Thai, the Filipinos, the Africans, all them other nationalities want to show up as well. Because in entrepreneurship, the more diversification, the more experiences that you have at your disposal, the more ideas you can create, because you're pulling from more experiences, you're pulling from a deeper pool of information, not just from yourself, but from other people's experiences. So that's one of the other things I'm hoping that this grows, and that's why Songtan is the area I want this to be in as well. Questions?